What's next for Ripple, the Clarity Act? I don't know. We're in the middle of some turmoil in the government here. I don't know what Congress is doing. We had, Eleanor Terrick come out today and say that Senator Bozeman and a few other people have punted till the last week of January. And then a couple hours later, we had Democrats saying that they were marking up the bill to be able to, continue to push it forward this week on Thursday. I don't know. Could it happen? Could they mark it up Thursday? Sure. Could it be kicked out to the end of the month and then the government shut down, push it out even further? Absolutely. If we don't get a markup this Thursday on the Clarity Act, it's highly unlikely that we will see that bill passed really until Q3, Q4 at the earliest, potentially all the way till 2027 or maybe never, depending on how the Democrats, if they win the midterms, position themselves. Obviously, with the previous administration, there was Operation Choke Point, and digital assets were not in vogue. And anybody that was participating, in digital assets had problems. We've obviously seen, the change in regime here and bipartisan support or supposed bipartisan support for a lot of this legislation. We did see the Genius Act passed last year for stablecoin, which I did call in 2025, and I did say that the Clarity Act would be pushed to 2026, and yet here we are, still not passed for the Clarity Act. So if they do punt this to the end of the month and they don't get the markup this week, and then they've got to focus on the government shutdown and funding. If the government gets shut down, for what they did at the end of last year, another 40 days, we're now talking about March. Now we got midterms and voting. Nothing's going to get done around that time. They're going to have to, pull everybody in, let everybody get situated again through Q2, and then it'll probably be Q3 before there's any more progress. And it sounds bleak, because, we all want regulation for this asset class, and we want the adoption, and we want all the wonderful things that, this administration kind of promised us. Charles Hoskinson coming in hot on Wolf of Wall Street the other day, talking about really kind of how disappointed he really is with the situation that we find ourselves in. And obviously a lot of his net worth, almost all of his net worth, is in Cardano and what he's built over there with ADA and the foundation and everything else. So, I think that XRP is uniquely positioned to really, it's got a moat right now. And I've talked about this before. I think XRP is going to get the lion's share of the